everybody. My name is Kevin Irwin. I'm a product manager at Gluware. With me on stage here is Olivier Huynh, who is our co-founder and chief science officer. Olivier is French. That doesn't matter right now, but it will come into play later on. We're here to talk today about the two exciting AI offerings that Gluware is going to be releasing soon, and let's get into it. So we have two co-pilots, one for network operators and one for the people in the net DevOps. So we're gonna do a couple different use cases for each of these co-pilots. All right, so the first one we're going to start with is network operators co-pilot. This is intended to be used for user personas in network engineering, network operations, really the people that want deep insights into how the network's performing and how they're configuring it. So in this use case, we're going to be looking for two devices that are missing from inventory, add them into our Gluware inventory, and then push the data related to them into a couple sources of truth. In this case, Netbox and ServiceNow. And we shall demo. All right, so I'm in Gluware and I'm in my New York City site, and I noticed I only have 56 devices when I should have 58. Problem. So let's try to figure out which ones might be missing. I can see there's a gap in asset tags, and it's probably Leaf 3 and Leaf 4. So I'm going to look in Netbox, and I don't see Leaf 3, Leaf 4. I'll go through ServiceNow. Yeah, unfortunately, no Leaf 3, Leaf 4 there. So let's go to Gluware AI Copilot for Operators and ask it to find those devices. So I tell Copilot for Operators, I'm missing Leaf 3 and Leaf 4. Please use this workflow to discover them. So we're taking this request, sending it to our AI engine, and then it's going to dispatch a workflow process that's going to do the discovery and the sync to those sources of truth. So now we're going to go into our network RPA application and actually look at the progress of the subnet scan that we kicked off. You can see we got 56 targets that currently matches what we found in our inventory. Now I'm going to briefly show you what this RPA workflow does. It's 3 simple tasks. We're going to run a network discovery plan. We're going to change some device details to allocate them to our New York site in our production and test environment. And then we're just going to do those sources of truth syncs. Now we're just going to give a little peek on what that network discovery subnet scan is doing. So it's in the running process now. We have a couple different ways we could do it. We can crawl neighbor protocols or subnet scan. In this case, we're doing a subnet scan on a /24 network. We can load up as many different device credentials as you think might be out there. It could be used. And we have the ability to do exclusions. In this case, I have an APIC controller that I didn't want to discover, so I excluded that. And you can see in real time as we're doing this device discovery. Devices will start to trickle in. What it's doing right now is doing a scan of the environment and TCP fingerprinting various different devices and then determining, yeah, those are supported, we should go discover them. So as we're going in there, we're starting to see the discovery populate. We'll check back in on the status of our RPA workflow. All right, again, 56 devices.
A few moments later.
All right, just a couple minutes later, the discovery list is now changed to 58. That's completed. It's changing the device details. That only takes a few seconds. And then it's going to publish the data that we've subscribed between Netbox and ServiceNow. Now this could be a bidirectional sync. We could take Gluware discovered data and populate it into those sources of truth, or we could take metadata such as asset tags or grid locations from those sources of truth and put them into the Gluware inventory. All right, so now the workflow is complete. Let's go into our devices, make sure that we got them all. All right, we'll scroll down to that section. And we'll see leaf 3 and leaf 4. Let's go check our sources of truth. Refresh netbox. Ensure they're enough. There they are. First 2. Same for ServiceNow. They are in there as well. So in a little under 4 minutes, we were able to discover 58 devices and add them to our sources of truth. So, what are some of the other capabilities? We'll describe those here in a minute. So in addition to what I demonstrated, we can do all kinds of discovery of network device components, port utilization, run Gluware workflows, discover Gluware workflows, and create data reports as of right now. And because this is a very well-trained AI, it's very aware of networking contexts in addition to the Gluware platform. And it's also aware of what ONUG is. So I decided I'd give it a little shout out and go to the next part of the presentation. All right. So this is the Copilot for Net DevOps. This is for developers that use Gluware for the network operations teams. All right. In this use case, Olivier is going to demonstrate where he was very easily ask it one question, and it will create a form for use in the Gluware platform for network operators to do moves, adds, and changes.
So let's say that you have this new requirement for your operations team, and this is, whether this is a new workflow, a new data model, a new form. This is what we're going to do in the example today. We're going to create a new form for the operations team in order to streamline the MACDs of switch ports. So we're introducing a Copilot for developers for our IDE, which allows you to have an intelligence assistance around customizing your automation within Gluware. So you express your requirements, you iterate on it, and then Copilot generates. Then when it's generated, you test it, you validate it, and once you're happy with it, you push it, you publish it, and then you'll see this in a moment. Then this is pushed to production so that your operation team can just use this form. And in this form, you can see we chose something pretty trivial. We wanted to expose description, hardware settings, VLAN management, and use an existing data model of VLAN management here. So here, we're publishing, and in a few, shall I say it again? A few moments later, you're going to see this pushed in production, so that the operations team can just use this form. So as you can see, creating a custom form has never been easier. You just see that this has been pushed. We're going to use this package that has this new custom form. We install it. And then what you saw in the IDE is going to appear here exactly the same. And here you go. So this is exactly what we asked for. Description, hardware settings, being able to handle the switch port type and choose the VLANs for a given switch port. And it's now in production for your operations teams to use.
All right. So we have early field trials available in January of this year for both of these. If you want more information, please stop by at the Gluware booth. We're right there in the back of the room. We're right in the middle. Can't miss it. We're giving out all kinds of cool swag if you're into that. So come talk to us and join us in the future of self-operating networks. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.